Hey, everybody, welcome to the new reality that we shifted into, the dark side of this reality. And it's very interesting that no one's awake, everyone's sleeping. And I came to another conclusion that in Utah, where BlackRock's at, they're running the algorithm, the putting everyone in a deep state of sleep. Everyone's sleeping. It's like Stranger Things, the movie. So everybody's in a deep state of fucking dream. And it trips me out that when Sane manifested himself on stage with Donald Trump, like that was like my first thing. Like when I really seen the video on Have the Time, and it looked like Satan was there, like a big ominous cloud energy, and like, it's like when he takes off the mask, and that's how it looked like. Like he took off the mask, and it was just like Satan. It was like a whole different person, like and like everybody like fell for it. And I think it was the magic that they put everybody in a spell, and everybody's in a spell right now, thinking this man is gonna save them, right? But we got to put our yeah, no, but we got to put our faith in God. Like we got to put our faith and salvation in God, because at the end, Trump's not gonna save none of us. If we go to nuclear war, we're done. Have they said, here's a bunker here, there's the one over there, they can fit so and so, be there just in case. They're literally over there, and then they got the manta ray battling now. They're probably battling, doing some shit over there, right? So this apocalyptic moment in time in history, that I need you guys to wake up. You guys need to wake up right now. This is not a joke. This is not um, it's not a joke. Definitely not a joke. But you guys are just joking around with your guys' life and awareness of these spiritual realms and forces, demonic forces that just been unleashed from CERN. And there's some bunch of crazy stuff right now happening that we just shifted into another dimension. We're in a different dimension right now, because I came from the dimension where Berenstein is with three E's. And what I always remember, how I remember, because I was always like, oh, it has three E's. That's so cool. It's like E, 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 E. I don't know. So there's some kind of dimensional conscious shift. Trump revealed himself, his true colors. He could be possessive with a demon. He could be the Antichrist. It's so crazy because everybody's so disillusioned and not questioning nothing. Like they're like not questioning nothing. Everybody's just falling for it, and it just baffles me that everyone's so gung ho and so brainwashed, basically. And I think it has to do something highly with BlackRock technology that's being implemented, artificial reality, augmented reality, VR. Uh, and I was thinking, what about Howard Terrence just like woke up from the Matrix, and he was and he like knows all these things, and everybody's now just trying to make him freaking look like he's crazy, but he could be like onto something, like, and I already know this because I've seen it too. I've seen the parallel realities. We're in one right now. We just shifted literally, like the other day. The assassination was like the strange July 13th. No one's really talking about that number, and I feel like everybody just woke up after like that thing. Everybody's just like, they did like some kind of like um, magic on us, where how it just I wrote it down on the first thing because all these things are coming to me, and then it's like the double slit experiment where everybody's seen something else, like, and I didn't see it live. I seen it like on the phone, and I just kept like analyzing it, kept going through it, looking through it, and when I first seen it, it just looked demonic. It looked like Satan was like doing some kind of like orchestra, and then you think about it, like he's Satan's like the instrument of music, and all these musicians are like, I endorse Trump, I endorse like money, money. I don't know, something's going on, something sketchy. Everybody's like in a big like illusion, and I think people in the other worlds where they're doing all the other worlds, the other side of the world where they're doing the other mind control, like Sancheon and what was the other one? Colonel. Like, who knows what they're doing over there? And I'm just realizing like we're in a fucking big fucking matrix system. That this whole thing is a big illusion right now. It's all like breaking down or something's going down. That they're running the stream state technology, and then I'm thinking like, damn, what about if that's like the reptilian technology that they get you all hypnotized, like kind of like get you all, like when a snake gets like when you rattle their rattler, so you're just like uh, getting hypnotized by these vibrations, and how my alien experience have been. Um, that's how they got me. They freaking did some kind of vibration where I freaking was like couldn't even move. I couldn't even run. Couldn't even think. I just stood there with these two adults. So there's like a lot going on over there in Utah, where it just reminds me of Stranger Things. Like they moved their headquarters to Utah, and they're sending out, they're transmitting some crazy ass like high frequency brainwave technology to have everybody in a seduced state of mind, a dull mind. And I look at these people, and then they're the NPCs, they're the filaments, filibusters, or no, there's like the filaments, I think. Yeah, the filibuster, that's like political. But I think they're called the filaments. Or the Bible says they're just filled in here for our pleasure and our, so not really pleasure, I guess, like for things to take action, I guess. I don't know, but these people are living in a dream, and they're saying some crazy frequencies that's having everybody in a deep freaking sleep state. So very interesting and very demonic, the realms. And yeah, it looked like I said in my other video, like we literally shifted into a fucking parallel reality. Like it is a fucking trip, and everybody is just like, oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, like oh, like you guys are not using your fucking mind to think. Like you guys are just taking it, like just okay, yeah, hell yeah. Let's do. I don't know. It's so strange to me, and I feel like I'm in my own bubble, and everybody's in their own dimension, and maybe that's what it is. Everybody's seen a whole different thing, and everybody's just in their own little bubble. And I'm sure there's plenty of us that are in the same bubble, that we're from the same dimension, that we've seen the same thing, and it came to light. It came to light right away, and I think that's what the purpose of that was, a big show that nuclear war is on the horizon. Uh, I mean, I see that possibility happening. Um, war. God, what's going to happen? Show us the signs. I'm sure he's gonna show us because it's uncanny that all these things are popping up, and he's like showing us. I mean, he's showing me. I know he's showing a lot of people other too that are out there. I see some videos, so just be very aware of your spiritual because they're attacking it right now, and you're not aware, and you're gonna follow this person straight to hell. Straight to hell, and it might not even be real. It might not. It might just be all a big illusion, and he is a good person. He is gonna do something good. But the way the cards are looking, we just shifted into a whole different dimension. It's like he fell down, right? Boom, and he got back up as Satan. He came back up and rose, and everybody just fell for it. And it was like, guys, you need to wake up, straight up, like wake up. And, like, it might sound crazy, like I just told my family, and they're like always like I'm fucking crazy, or they don't really want to believe me, and they don't want to. They're not even paying attention to nothing. No one's paying attention to nothing, and it's just so interesting. And you guys are watching. Uh, let's take this to the next level and see how many dimensions we can slip into. How many possibilities could we slip into the matrix, and more uncanny situations are gonna keep happening. More weird things, and maybe nuclear war did happen, and that's why we're like having all these crazy things like uncanny time slippage, back and forth, people predicting shit. Like, things have been coming up lately, and if you guys pay close attention to your phone or your algorithm, or like something keeps popping up, and it'll keep popping up, and then something will come to light about it. So I think, yeah, we're definitely living in an episode of Black Mirror right now, and it's very interesting. And you need to wake up. I mean, I'm awake. I'm right here. Look, I'm having sleep. I've been awake for like 24 hours because of this like crazy knowledge. I feel like it's just downloading in my brain right now, all these things, and I was able to kind of articulate it in a way that maybe people are going to hear it, and everyone's going to click together, and our minds are going to just create this big mind change. I think, you know how, we can control things with our mind and do things with our mind and send messages and do things, and I think we're all connected somehow. Something happened. We shifted into the reality, and let's just see what we see. Let's see what pops up and reveals itself. Like, I'm sure more things are going to come to light, like they always do. They're slowly releasing videos. Right now, I just had an information overload. That's why I'm like not even trying to really see nothing right now, because it's like it already showed itself, and I seen it. I can see it again. I mean, break it in my own head, keep breaking it, but I see what I needed to see, and I expressed myself, and I feel like this is the truth. We're in a different reality right now. I mean, I am. For sure, I'm in a different reality. So this is my reality. I'm from the Berenstein, the double with the triple E. So yeah, and then the basket with the corporate. I don't even know how to call it, but it's that basket. It always had it. So something happened where we're just shifted, and we're just gonna keep going. It's very interesting. What do you guys think? are we in a different reality, or is this a Twilight Zone right now? Are we in a different time continuum where like all this information is just being transmitted through time and space, and everything is gonna happen like everything you could think of, like everything. Like what is time? What is anything? You know? So what dimension are you from? And how many more we go through sliders? So I just wanted to say a little some, not too much. Um, well, I had some other things on my mind too, because in the video, like I left some things like out that I didn't really get to like express, but I can't even remember what it was right now. There was a bunch of other little questions, but we have the questions. The answers are in our mind, and they're in the reality. It's just giving it to us, and it's in the air. We just gotta pull it out, and you gotta see it, see the illusion that they're running a sophisticated AI program, augmented reality. We could be in a freaking spaceship. This thing could be the spaceship. That was my other kind of like conclusion. Like the inner Earth is a Dyson sphere, and you know, Earth could have been a planet artificially created. How we're creating all these artificial lives, and I feel like that's what it is. Like planets, maybe they're just like artificial created life. Who knows? I don't know, but we need to catch a glitch in the matrix and see if we see some breakage. You know, I've seen it before. I've seen the sky break and turn off and on, basically, like in the night. You know, I think I told you guys, but we're definitely in a computer simulation or something, and BlackRock has a lot to do with what's going on in this reality. And I'm thinking like maybe BlackRock is just another front to like CERN, right? Like they have like a mini micro portal right there, and then you think about it, like Utah's a pretty flat place. So yeah, I'm sure they have some crazy underground base where they have like a half a hadron collider, maybe like half of what they have in over there. And you know, because maybe that one's outdated, the CERN one, or maybe they have multiple ones. I have heard they had something like that, but you know, very interesting time to be part of the simulation. So I'm gonna ask for some codes, get some hacks, and see what happens. But thank you guys, and we're gonna get back to reading the Flower of Life. I don't know right now, but I brought the book, but let's see. You know what? I am gonna read right now to like lighten the mood, you know, because we just entered a paradoxical conundrum. We're in a different reality. This is the Twilight Zone. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, and please stand by for further announcements, because very, very Bombay. There might be a big explosion. Who knows? Explosion of consciousness. That's what I think. It's like, if I know, they know, everybody knows. The people that don't know, I mean, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna wake up because they're too in the matrix, too augmented in the reality. They got them so good. They're the NPCs, you know. So for all you awake people that are awake, let's enjoy this ride. Let's not live in fear or uncertainty. Let's just live happy with abundance because God's going to provide for us and God's going to look out for us. And God just did because He showed us the truth. That's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit just manifested itself. And it's so crazy because I couldn't even sleep that night. I was up until like 6. I was up the whole fucking day. It was just in my mind. And then I was like, I feel like I should share this because it's like very important. And it's like, it's going to affect all of us because if no one sees these things and everybody's just like, yeah, man, you just shot him. No one's like, questioning nothing, and they're just like, yeah, they're a part of like they got them. They're like stuck in the Matrix simulation. So I'm not gonna read too much, but because this is really good. What's happening right now? This is the ultimate. I call it the ultimate conspiracy ever. This is like the craziest conspiracy that manifested in this reality. So yeah, pay close attention, guys. What they're saying, the words, because they're gonna keep saying other stuff, and then they're just gonna like drag this out, right? Like who done it? Like, it's like the board game. Like who done it? Who killed the freaking president? Who killed the senate? So they're very smart. And then they have that Illuminati game. So I need to look into that one because I think they already did the biological thing. But the next one is nuclear war. I think that's the one, right? So we got to find out what's after nuclear war. Is it like cleanup crew, AI robots? Because that's what I envision, like them coming and just cleaning up whatever survives off the nuclear apocalypse. But I think in my mind, like they have nuclear bombs where they can set them up above the atmosphere, like certain different ones that only they have them. You see stuff like that. So certain things that it probably won't even destroy, like metals or houses or anything, just disintegrate like us. Like just go for us. Imagine just like, we just what and population control. Look, these things don't destroy buildings. It just destroys people. Like it's like an atom kind of. I wouldn't doubt they have some things like that. Well, they had that one where it just, I think Nagasaki, and it just vaporized those people, and it didn't cause a lot of damage. So I'm sure they have some fun stuff waiting for us. So here we go. Like let it come, because then we're gonna be in some different dimension. Who knows? But here we go. Okay. 6. The significance of shape and structure. Developing the genius. Okay. Developing the Genesis pattern. Okay, this might be okay because we haven't read it in a while. But since all these things are happening, let's get into it. And it's the 6. All right. So, and Trump's assassination was on the 13th. I don't think you guys are realizing all this numerology and set up, and it's a platform. This thing is a platform. It's a big stage, the world stage, and everybody's watching. I mean, most people, whoever has a TV or a cell phone, and most people have cell phones and TVs, but the people that don't, they're probably like the happiest people right now. You don't even know what's going on. You probably feel something in the air going on, but I'm sure they're happy, and God bless those people where they're at, and let those lands not succumb to UN, the reptilians, the evildoers that just want to subdue the human population and keep us in more of a cycle of fucking war, destruction, chaos, total despair, and it's like thousands of years in the making, millions of years, It's the beginning of time, but here we go. Developing the Genesis pattern. The torus, the first shape, that's at the first object that comes off the page. The Genesis pattern itself. Figure 5 to 41. If you look at a math book, this Genesis pattern has the minimal amount of lines that can be drawn on a flat surface to delineate the three-dimensional form called a torus. A torus is formed when you rotate the genesis pattern around its central axis, creating a shape that looks like a donut, but the hole in the middle is infinitely small. A torus, here called a tube torus because this particular one is shaped like an inner tube, is unique in that it's able to fold in on itself, turning either inward or outward. No other shape in existence can do this or anything similar. A torus is the first shape that comes out of the completed Genesis pattern and is absolutely unique among all forms in existence. It was Arthur Young who discovered that there are seven regions on this shape, which are collectively called the seven color map. You can pick up almost any mathematics books, and if you go to the Taurus, it'll talk about the seven color map. There are seven regions, all the same size, that will exactly fit in the two Taurus with nothing else over. Just like on the Genesis pattern, six circles around going around the seventh central one take up the entire surface. It's perfect, flawless in square geometry. There's something called ratcheting. You take a circle or a line and ratchet it like you take a ratchet tool in car mechanics and use it to rotate something a certain distance. For instance, imagine two Genesis patterns superimposed on each other. One pattern is fixed. If you rotate the other pattern 30 degrees, interesting, we're following the patterns, and this is part of the patterns. This is exactly where we need to be, exactly what needs to happen, and don't be fearful, people of the universe and the world, and we're gonna get this through this together and collectively, and we're gonna pull all the other people that are in this stasis chamber of reality, and we're gonna see if we can wake them up. If we can't, then we're just gonna leave them behind because we got to worry about ourselves and our main ones, and be aware that we're in a matrix right now, and anything's possible. Like, we're in the spaceship, we're in their headquarters, this is their playground, and give us access code. If you guys can hear me, the ones that want to help me out, I need some access codes, some hacks, some DNA enhancers. Um, Reach out. Send me a link down below. You would have 12 spheres around the central one. It would look like this. In 2 dimensions, in 3 dimensions, it would look like a tube torus. Then if you connect all possible lines in the middle, you get this pattern, figure 6 to 3. Ratcheting the 12 spheres once more, this time 15 degrees, so that there are 24 spheres. You would get this pattern, figure 6 to 4. This pattern has what is called a transcendental pattern associated with it. What is a transcendental pattern? A transcendental pattern number is mathematics. From my way of looking at it, is a number that comes from another dimension, and that dimension is probably whole. But when it gets here, it does not completely translate into this world. We have a lot of those. One of them, for example, is the pi ratio, which I'm going to talk about later. It's a mathematical proportion that starts out with 1.6180339 and continues forever, meaning you never know what the next digit is going to be, and it never ends. People have let computers run for months without coming to an end. As an example, as a simple explanation, that's what a transcendental number is. The shape of the torus is what governs many aspects of our lives. For example, the human heart has seven muscles that form a torus, and it pumps in the seven regions shown in the map of the torus. We have embodied all knowledge. The torus is literally around all life forms, all atoms, and all cosmic bodies such as planets, stars, galaxies, and so on. It is the primary shape in existence. In the beginning was the Word. I believe that time will reveal that language, conscience, sound. The Word will all be revealed in Torahs. There are those who believe this to be true now, but only time will tell. And I think it just been revealed to us. And I think, see, that's why we gotta get this book. These are the patterns. Look at that. Whoa, they're coming out. Whoa. And they just released these people out of the portals. Not people, but these entities. And they're out and about right now. And they're causing chaos and fear and confusion and delusion. And people are in a big freaking dream. But I'm glad you guys are awake. Just like me. This is our reality. We control it. This is us. This whole thing was about us. The people that are awake, like us, we're like we're awake. We're awake. We're awake. I tell you, I'm awake. I woke up. I don't even need to sleep because this is like a life changing moment for it should be for a lot of people that realize what just happened. But let's go on. This is very relevant to what's going on. So you guys got to pay close attention to the reality because this is a number matrix. This is the numbers, the passwords. We need the passwords. Give us the passwords, access the passwords. And it's a word. It was a word. It's like a voice commandment. Because think about like, hey Google, hey Google. Maybe like the ancient people had like some crazy ass society or something like it was like that, like AI, like hey, da, da, da. And it came to an end or like something like that. Who knows? Like God created this and that, and then think about like in the future they're gonna be creating technologies. You're gonna be like, hey, make me a food and make me this, and hey, make me a clone heart or a clone person or this something like. And it was a word, and it was like you said it with a word, or then you thought it because thought it. You're gonna think with your mind and send messages like we send them all the time, man. God, thank you for sending a message to us in the nick of time before we were all led astray to the dark side, to the portal, to the dark portal. So we've seen it in the nick of time, and I'm glad you guys were able to catch it, the ones that did, and I'm with you guys. We're here, and we're awake, and we've seen the truth, and you can't hide it, and you can't hate it, and if you hate it, and if you're a Republican, you hate it, then that's what they wanted you to do, is turn on each other, turn on everybody, and be aware of the game they're playing, because it's a mind game, it's a MK Ultra. So, I'm here to tell you guys. The labyrinth as a movement of life force energy, 6-5, is a sevenfold labyrinth. This is found all over the world, everywhere, from China to Tibet to England to Ireland to Peru to the American Indians. One was just found in Egypt. You'll find this labyrinth on the floors of many of the churches in Europe. The same form is on stone walls everywhere. It must have been of great importance to ancient mankind. There are 7 regions in it. which relate to the Taurus and to the beating of the human heart. Later on, I'll be talking about the ancient Druid mystery school on the island of Avalon in England. To get to the top of the hill there, you had to walk through this same labyrinth, going back and forth through this motion. While I was in England, I spoke to Richard Feather Anderson, who is an author and an expert on labyrinths, and I learned something as part of his research. He has people walk through the labyrinth. His, his discovered he's discovered that when you walk through it, you are forced to move through different states of consciousness, giving you a very specific experience. It causes the life force energy to move through the chakras in the following pattern: 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 6, 5. The energy starts in the third chakra, then goes to the second, then to the first, then it jumps up to the heart, fourth, then into the center of the head, to the pineal gland, seventh, then to the front of the head, to the pituitary, pituitary gland, sixth, and then down into the throat, fifth. When you walk this labyrinth, unless you block the experience, you will automatically move through these changes. Even if you don't know about these things, you will go through the experiences anyway. People all over the world have found this to be true. Mr. Anderson believes that if you draw lines, the numbers of lines indicating which of the seven paths it is, even the order you'll walk the path 3, 2, 1, 4, 7, 6, 5, it forms what looks like a cup. He feels that this particular labyrinth is related to the shape of the Holy Grail and to its secret knowledge. From my experience, this feels right, but I am keeping an open mind. I don't know about this yet. It may be true. And I just come to verify that it is true. And it manifested itself, the Holy Spirit manifested itself on Trump's assassination day. It manifested itself to the people that needed to see it. And see, this is what's very important. And I'm glad I did read this book right now, because it's just showing the patterns that the Holy Grail, we are the Holy Grail, like us, we're in the Holy Grail. Our body is a temple, and we are connected with God and the Holy Spirit. And it just showed itself to us, the truth of the matter, that we are God's children. We are the children of light. You know what I'm saying? So I ask that we be one with the children. So here we go. The Holy Grail and to its secrets knowledge. Okay, so I think what happened, yeah, the secret, the Holy Grail, the secret just revealed itself to us. The secret is for us. The secret was for us. It just revealed the secret to us. So we should be very grateful that God and the secret was revealed to us. Just for us. You know what I'm saying? And whoever hears this might be sounding like, oh, he's fucking crazy. Like, what secret? What secret do you guys know? Like, what? That someone tried to kill Trump and you guys don't believe it? You guys are stupid. Like, that's what they're going to say. But, you know, we're going to just play it out. And they're going to lie to everybody. And no one can know the truth. But the people that do know or kind of suspect, like, we're here. We're in this dimension. We're in this one. And you're not going to stop us from telling other people the truth. Just like we've been telling people these things and here and there and pointing this thing out. Don't you see it's kind of odd? And like, no, I don't. You know, let me just go drink my Starbucks coffee, eat my hot Cheetos, go eat my McDonald's, go fucking drink my Gatorade, what else? Like all these things that are going to get all up in your mind and your intuition and your spiritual is weak and easily penetrable to the dark forces of reality. So here we go. Where was I? Where was I? Oh yeah, the Holy Grail. I experimented with this labyrinth on myself, and it is true that those changes did happen for me. However, I was also able to experience these same changes in a different way. I was able to walk in a straight line towards the center of the labyrinth and simply make the changes within myself as I reached each place where the turn would be in the labyrinth. I was able to reach the same state without walking through the whole pattern. Remembering, remember the labyrinth. I'll come back to it after a while. Oh, shit. So I think like how we walk through this dimension, all of us together, like we're like the chosen. Uh, it's like a Stranger Things episode. Like, yeah, that would be a good one, huh? Can you guys hear me, Stranger Things? Like, why do you make one that you guys fucked up the whole thing, and everybody's reality just shifted? That would be so funny, huh? And everybody's walking in different dimensions. You guys can make a video like that, and then like everyone's gonna be like, "What? Everyone's walking in everyone's dimension, different dimensions, and what?" And like, who knows? Like, you know. So that would be very interesting. And then people will be like, "No, it's not true," or whatever. Twice ratcheted Genesis pattern with all possible connected lines. And I think it's like the top of the head, you know, it's like the chakra just like blowing up out of your head. The flower of life, and it was a flower. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. The egg of life, the second shape beyond Genesis. The dark innermost circles show the sixth day of Genesis. And that number is sixth day. And for those who don't know, I was born on the 6th. I was born on the 6th of January. And the uprising. I was part of the uprising. We put all these things in motion on our mental mind capacity. And so things are in motion. This is the dark 6. Okay, the egg of life, the second shape beyond Genesis. The dark innermost circles show the sixth day of Genesis. Once the consciousness projects the first 7 spheres and completes this Genesis pattern, it then continues moving in a rational pattern from each consecutive innermost place until it completes its second vortex motion as seen by the light outermost circles. That motion in turn completes a three-dimensional shape you can hold in your hand, which looks like figure 6 to 8. If you were to take figure 6 to 7 and erase all the lines in the middle and certain other lines, you would see this pattern. The pattern of shapes is like what spirit would have seen had it moved outside its creation and said, "Aha, I see this thing. It looks like that." Figure 6 to 1/8. So that's what I was practicing the other day, is making the spheres and the energy. And I felt some hot energy right here. It's probably all this energy. But that's what I'm doing with my hand vortexes. So we can create all these energies in our hands, and I think you gotta start doing this to be one with the light, have some more kind of energy and healing properties inside of us to help other people to place your hands on other people and heal them from any any pain they might have, and all that stuff is true. Like God came to show us, that we were all capable of these things. The eighth sphere is actually behind these visible spheres. If you were to connect these centers, you would see a cube, 6, 8, and 6, 8, 6, 8, and 6, 8 B. So what? Who cares? Well, the ancients did because they were concerned with creation, life, and death. They called this cluster of spheres the egg of life. I'll soon show you how the egg of life is the morphogenetic morphogenetic structure that created your body. Your entire physical existence is dependent on the egg of life structure. Everything about you was created through the egg of life form, right down to the color of your eyes, the shape of your nose, how long your fingers are, and everything else. It's all based on this one form. The third rotation shaped the fruit of life. The next vortex is the third rotation, figures 6 to 9. The sphere in this vortex are centered at the innermost places in the perimeter of the previous round, as shown by the 6 arrows here. So, when the spirit rotates in this third vortex, you get the gray rings shown here. Then you notice a new relationship where the 6 circle touch the center one and each other. If you took 7 pennies and pushed them together on a table, they would look like that. This third rotation is an extremely important relationship in the creation of our reality. When you look carefully at the flower of life, you see these 7 circles that touch each other. Are There are 19 circles in the flower of life, figure 6 to 10. They're surrounded by 2 concentric circles. For some reason, that image is found all over the world. The question is why? Did they do that all over the world and stop at 19 circles? It's an infinite grid and could have been stopped anywhere. The only place on the whole planet where I've seen them go out beyond those 19 circles was in China, where they made room divider screens, 611. One of the most famous patterns they used on those screens was the flower of life. They made it in a rectangular shape, carrying it all the way out to the edge. But in all others that were found, you would usually see just the flower of life pattern. This is because when the ancient beings realized what the other component was and how important it was, they decided to make it secret. They didn't want people to see this relationship I'm about to show you. It was so scared and important that they just could not allow it to be common knowledge. It was important at that time, however, now we either use the information or fall further into darkness. Notice that in the flower of life pattern, you see many incomplete circles, which of course can also be spheres. Look all around the outer edge of figure 6 to 10. If all you did was complete all of these circles, then the secret would unfold. This was the ancient ways of coding the information. Very interesting. I'm like, what? Like, it's like a tongue twister, huh? And I'm over here. So it revealed itself. It's like what's going on right now in the reality. This is so interesting, and we are going further into darkness as a collective. Like the whole planet is going further into darkness, and it's a big onslaught it's on its way, and it's showing the patterns right here. The patterns right here, and it's saying what's happening in our reality right now. This is our reality. It's not what we think it is, and we're heading into the dark side of the moon. The additional circles, spheres that extend beyond the original flower of life pattern inside the large gray ring in figure 6 and 12 complete all the incomplete circles at the edge of the pattern. As soon as you complete these spheres with one more step, you'll have the secret. Go to the innermost places of the perimeter shown by the arrows and rotate the next vortex. When you do, you get the pattern of 13 circles shown here by the smaller gray circles, including the center, when it's extracted from the rest of the pattern, it looks like figure 6 and 13. This pattern of 13 circles is one of the holiest, most scared forms in existence on earth. It's called the fruit of life. It is called the fruit because it is the result, the fruit from which the fabric of the details of the reality were created. So they created over there at BlackRock their own reality, and they're subjecting it to us, and they're feeding us their garbage. So be very aware. Combining male and female to create Metatron's cube. The first informational system. Now, all the circles in this pattern are female, and there are 13 ways with these 13 circles that you can superimpose male energy. In other words, straight lines. If you superimpose straight lines over this in all 13 ways, you'll come up with 13 patterns that, along with the egg of life and the Taurus, create everything in existence. The egg of life, the Taurus, and this fruit of life, a total of 3 patterns, create everything in existence without exception. At least, I have not been able to find an exception. I'll give you what I've learned. Obviously, I cannot show you everything, but I'll show you enough to convince you this is true. I'm going to call this informational system. There are 13 informational systems associated with the fruit of life pattern. Each system produces a vast and diversified amount of knowledge. I'm going to show you only 4 of those. I think that's enough. The smallest system comes forth by simply connecting all the centers of the circles with straight lines. If you decide to put straight lines on this pattern, probably about 90% of you would think first of connecting all the centers. If you do that, you end up with this pattern, figure 6 to 14, which is known throughout the universe everywhere as Metatron's cube. It is one of the most important informational systems in the universe, one of the basic creation patterns of existence. Maybe he's like a cube, like in that episode with Rick and Morty. It's just like gas or something. It's just like and then you always have like some kind of crystal like alien spaceships coming here. So maybe it's just like some entities, some crystal entities flying in our reality, And the cube, could the cube symbolize that we're in the game, the video game, the cube game, the cube. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to stop reading because I gotta go. I gotta go get some breakfast, and this is a long one. I want to read here, but no, I don't have. It's too much. Look at all this. Look at all this. Yeah. How long is this shot? How long? don't know, but it's pretty long. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it today unless I read really fast. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Let's cut it there. We'll get back at platonic solids. So keep a platonic solid conscience and be aware of what just happened, and what we got to realize what just happened and occurred to us in a multi-complex kind of facet way, that we have shifted into parallel realities. And welcome to literally the Twilight Zone. We have entered a Twilight Zone episode where the person that rose up from the assassination was Donald Trump's evil twin that came out of the portal of a different dimension, the dark dimension. So Mr. Trump is Mr. Evil. So hopefully we can wake other people up. If not, then have fun sleeping. So this is me saying, remember your ancient past and question everything. Question the left, question the right, question your own mind, question reality, and ask for your higher power to show you the signs and the patterns, because there's a bunch of patterns going down right now, and the next 6 months are going to be crucial to what's going to come next year. So we can only speculate, and that's what we are, the speculators. And I'm going to keep watching and give you guys what I could, and show you guys what I see. So I would like to see what you guys see. Show me some links, send me some information. If anybody's watching this, I doubt anybody will reach this far, but if you guys do, send the cheat codes.